So Simon, give me a sense of what you are doing here specifically from the University of Namibia and in the agricultural department.
From the University of Namibia in the agriculture department, as I say, like from the School of Agriculture and Fisheries Sciences, we do a lot of research on agriculture, animal feed, as well as of fisheries. We came here also to showcase what we are doing in Namibia at the University of Namibia, but also to contribute to the climate discussions in terms of negotiation on what we need to reduce in terms of emissions.
What do you make of the fact that the developing world needs to be compensated for the loss and damage that we are seeing from climate change as a result of the actions of the developed world?
You see, especially in Namibia, Namibia is one of those countries that actually have less emissions in terms of carbon dioxide. I think the developing world must take responsibility and a lead in terms of climate financing. It is because we are in this predicament because of the developing world in terms of like emissions and so on. So they need to take a sense of responsibility so that they can able to lead to emit carbon emissions and so on. It doesn't mean that like as developing countries they must not do something, but I think we need a room also for development and so on. So we need to act responsibly.
Simon, how is Namibia being impacted by climate change?
Namibia is impacted by climate change. Like you can see, recently we have adverse effect of drought and so on, and also sometimes also flooding and so on. So we are really impacted by the effect of climate change. So we have to do something. We can't do business as usual.
And then just a final question, how are your farmers being impacted and are they aware of climate change?
I should say most of the farmers are aware. For example, in Namibia, we have a problem of bush encroachment. Bush encroachment depends because of the effect of climate change and so on. Because like we have bushes like that are growing and actually taking over the land that's supposed to be used for grazing purposes and so on. They are totally affected. And in terms of also drought, when the drought comes, it actually affects every community and so on. There was even a 2019 drought where people were not able to grow anything and so on. But when rain comes, it also comes in bags. So we are totally affected by climate change.
I did say that was the final question, but I've got one more final question. What do you want to get out of COP27?
What we want to get out of COP27 is actually commitment of developed country in terms of emissions, but it's also in terms of financing of climate change adaptation or maybe projects, so that we can able to cope with that the impact of climate change.
Simon, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much.